Hello, and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, a unique top-down approach to reading the market. My name is Juanita, and I am the NinjaTrader ecosystem representative here in the NinjaTrader Denver office. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to go over a few housekeeping items. This webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Any brokerage-related questions should be sent directly to the NinjaTrader brokerage team using the following phone number or email address. Lastly, if you are new to NinjaTrader, please make sure that you do sign up for a free NinjaTrader demo with real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. Before I turn the mic over to Alex and to Dominic, I would like to mention that it's important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contains substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all, if not more, funds than your initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Also, please remember that these training sessions are not a solicitation nor recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thank you again for joining us. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader ecosystem webinar room, Dominic and Alex of AOM Trading. Thank you, and go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Juanita. Thank you so much for that. And Alex and I are both honored, and it is a pleasure to get to be here with all of you. Welcome, everyone, from everywhere in the country, wherever you may be, and even possibly outside the country. So I've been a part of this AOM methodology for some time now, and we have a really pretty neat team with just 3 of us. And Alex Minkovich has really done something quite special. So for all of you, let me give you a quick understanding that we're going to go through a series of slides to show you how the software looks and works. And then we are going to have a couple of key points to drive you into some determination as to whether this may or may not be of some help to you to pursue it further. As we've been asked to show you the slide with regard to the disclaimer that as Juanita read to you, that investing is risky and you can lose every bit of it or more. And this is the formal disclaimer that they have produced for us. So let me take a moment first to just introduce the creator, designer, founder of the AOM methodology. This is Mr. Alex Minkovich. Alex, are you there with us?
Yeah. First of all, just one second. Can you share your screen?
I thought my screen was shared, but thank you very much for getting that straight. Everyone can see here where we are. And up till now, I had shown you a preview of just the opening as Juanita was here. And then I did show the proper disclaimer, which we were asked to show. And just saying hello to Alex. Alex has spent his career in high-tech developing, just solving very highly sensitive systems problems. And for the past 18 years, he has become a professional trader. And within that 18-year window, in the past 3 years, he has put together from the expanse of his studies and attended classes and experiences a methodology that really is based on decision-making strategies that very clearly model the institutional trading professional techniques. And with those, we have found the success ratios that are most impressive. And with the proper structure of what we have done, we have the privilege here through NinjaTrader. So we do say thank you so much to NinjaTrader for making this possible. Alex, would you please say hello to us before we jump into the program?
Yeah, thank you, Dominic, for a nice introduction. I really appreciate everyone coming to our presentation and spend your valuable time with us. And for sure, we really thank NinjaTrader providing us with a great support in preparation to this meeting. Today, I'm really thrilled to have the first time opportunity to present to public our systematic approach to teaching process. And here's the presentation flow. Dominic, as Dominic mentioned, will provide an overview of top-down methodology and company offerings. And of course, we'll leave enough time for Q&A session. And I want to emphasize, if you have any questions, please pencil down your questions and refer to the slide number so it will be easy to navigate through Q&A session. And please keep in mind, Dominic will mention in the future slides that on Sunday meeting will be reserved for those who also join us but haven't decided yet at this meeting. Okay, without further ado, I'm passing the ball back to Dominic. Dominic, are you ready?
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. As Alex has suggested to you, please jot down questions so that we can at the end field some technical questions that Alex will handle with you. And you may not be able to get the reference to the slide number. If you can, that would be helpful. Otherwise, we'll do our best to navigate that with you. The next part of this slide that's most important for you is you see on the right-hand side, because Alex said to you earlier, this is the first time he's making this available to the public. We've had to go around and around to determine what we can and can't do, and what we've determined to be the most efficient and effective for everyone is a limit of 10. We are only going to limit 10 new subscribers. And on February 1st, the first class will begin. It is a 3-month commitment to our school, and everything will be all inclusive. That is on February 1st, we will start. So for Sunday the 29th, those of you who may just need to see a little bit more, ask a few more technical questions. But for those of you who say only 10, I'm there, I'm in. And the contact information is important, and Juanita and NinjaTrader is posting that for you as well in the chat room, which is great. But in the meantime, for those of you, do note that you can contact Alex directly if you want to be put on a waiting list, or you have other technical questions. And as you'll see in short order, you're going to be able to just actually buy our software alone without having to become part of the classes. And you can contact Alex directly on that email address to do so. The rest of you, please be sure and write down the webpage, www.aomtrading.com. Right there, AOMtrading.com. It's on your right-hand bottom side. For those of you who might see just enough and decide I want to be part of the 10, I don't intend to wait or be on a waiting list, you can rush to that website toward the top right-hand corner where it talks about learning, join in the phase 1 classes, and just get in. Otherwise, you will be on the waiting list. And we don't know whether we will ever open it up past 10 subscribers until we prove the testing on that. So it was important to share this with everyone so you realize that we are just opening this for the first time. So I want to talk a bit with you about the philosophy and the psychology of AOM, so you could say, why are you guys any different? What's the big deal? And I want you to realize, whether you're a scalp, swing, position trader, whatever that may be, the AOM methodology allows you specifically to take your personal philosophies, your goals, your personality, and instead of you having to fit into the way the software and the dynamic of the program works, you can adapt the parts of it specifically to what matches those criteria of yourself. We have 2 really unique things we do here on the O line called the RBT and the TEAM. I have to tell you, this is the thing that has kept me anchored, and right now I could say fairly successful, because RTM, rules-based trades. This means I am removing the things that typically would drive my emotion to make the trade, whether it's revenge trading or anger trading or chase it trading, or we've all lost that money that way, haven't we? And the RBM process, if you stick to the rules, that is where we see the success the most. We also have a very unique technique called our trade entry exit management system. This is really something to take great note of, because it is effective and it works well. So mastering the top-down approach, utilizing the AOM software. In summary, it simply will illustrate clearly and illuminate for you the different pathways that ultimately reach the goals, and your potential trading consistency is the part that we're looking to. So when we go further and realize how the structure of learning the AOM model is going to take place, this is the format. There's going to be an educational portion, and as Alex mentioned earlier, the software licensing. So anybody who is somewhat advanced, experienced, and you've got good technical whereabout know-how, you may just want to get the software and talk to Alex independently and put it to work yourself. You can do that, as you can see at the very bottom, the software licensing, and we'll show you in just a bit what that's going to cost. The educational services, we're using a three-tiered approach. At phase one, you're learning the definitions, you're learning the methodology, you're learning the rules, you're learning clearly what is and what isn't the parts to bring into the trading platform. In phase two, we actually take, now that you understand the terminology and you understand the moves and direction, we then put you through the practices where when your sim account is in growth by 25 to 50%, because you are following the rules, you're using, as I shared with you earlier, you're using that same process that we call the RBT here. We go into, let me get back to that one slide. Sorry, hit the wrong button. And that's because I'm normal. With RBT, the rules-based trades, that is going to give us that opportunity for working through the phase two, so that when you ultimately move into phase three, that's the live money. That's when we are working specifically with that. Here is the order of how the AOM process works in the anticipation of the market, with the emphasis on anticipation. We, using the institutional trading guidelines that Alex has been so skillfully able to compile, using those same proven methodologies, we have incorporated those into what are the techniques that create anticipation. So you see three boxes here. Using what Alex named from the very beginning, the top-down approach, this is what that meant. We go starting from the opening, we use the boundary time frame, and here we set the trading range. We see exactly where our range, the playing field, is set for the day of trading. Once we move into the ATF, our analysis time frame, we're looking for three specific setups. That's it, three. And we could see the formation of precisely what is happening to determine NWF for the new wave formation, NWE for the new wave expansion, NWR for the new wave reversal. That's it. We're not getting distracted with other things and other emotions, and we see the setup taking shape. And if it's what we're looking like, for those of you who have a little bit of a surfing love in your heart, it's just like sitting out there on the board waiting for the wave. You see them starting to come, and you might choose the second or third one, but you're going to do what's exactly appropriate. Then once we see the setup and it's right, from that point, we're going to move into the execution time frame. So from BTF to ATF to ETF, in the execution time frame, this is where we are putting on, as we shared here, the TEM. This is where we have a trade, enter, exit management process. And the software is remarkable how it semi-automatically just puts you into the trade and does all of that for you. So let's move into some slides. For some of you who may have some questions, if they are, I'm probably going to be able to answer some of those as you'll see the slides. So basically, as I started to suggest, when we get ready to sit down and look at the boundary time frame, we're using the daily chart, and we're determining from that exactly what is the range. And if you look toward the right-hand side at the 3 o'clock on your screen, on this particular range here, you'll see where the gray on the top, the gray on the bottom, the software is giving us the automatic ability to lock in our trading range. This is what we know. This is the playing field for the day. So once we've gone into that, and I've isolated with Alex, we've isolated the slides so you could see there is other information that's going to appear when we're looking in the boundary time frame. So we could see the zones, your supplies, your demands, but more clearly, the thing I want you to recognize here with our software is how clearly you see the definition of the boundaries. This is what we're focusing on. Once we've set that boundary time frame, which is what I referred to here in the first section, from that, we automatically move into the analysis time frame. Now, the charts that we're about to go through, these are not created cartoons. These are actually pictures from a specific date and time from the market that we're using. And we've taken this and then put the overlays of what the software is doing so you could see them in parts and your eyes can follow as you're only listening to the narration, and you could see what is really taking place. And here, right out of the gate with our analysis time frame, you're going to see your boundaries. This is it. We're looking at where is the supply, where's the demand, and this automatically sets itself in place. One of the next things the software automatically does for us is it will show us right in the momentum and the movement of where the market is moving. Now we have words for this. This is we call it the sentiment. This is in the waves of where we are moving. As you can see from this illustration, the green boxes, they automatically will be highlighting the momentum and the pivoting directions to be bullish and bearish. And this comes in automatically in addition to the zones. Now, the way the zones are controlled here, and you do have complete control, and let me tell you in advance, all of our software has been integrated to work directly with all of the NinjaTrader software. So you're not having to jump ship there whatsoever. But the zones, as they come up to us, they are specific to key points that we are looking at in what? Looking for where is one of those three setups beginning to take formation. And that's what's really key to us. So with that in mind, there are some other indicators. I'm going to just share a couple of them really quick with you. You see some big, bold, horizontal lines. That's to just get your eye attention. They're not actually that big on the software, but here we begin to see the indicators from the software on pivots. And these pivots are going to begin to show us certain parts that integrate with the zones, so that as a result of this, we're beginning to see the formation of one of the setups. In addition to that, there are other indicators, and again, we've enhanced them for your visual look. You'll see some diamond shapes, and you'll see some circle shapes. All of these, again, are indicators that tell us what is happening, where the formation of the setup is coming into play. So at this point, we're beginning to see the key position of what is becoming a setup. And I've gotten your eyes into hopefully that big circle on the right-hand side. And we are beginning to see what we call the new wave formation. And as I shared with you earlier, when we are looking at the three different types of setups that are available to us, based on that key information, you're going to recognize what is automatically taking form for us. When we see that the market is beginning to move directly to the setup area we're looking for, at that point, we're going to be changing into our execution time frame. This was that third box that I had shared with you. In the execution time frame mode, once again, the software is going to give us what we were looking for. Where's our boundary? What are we targeting to? And with that information, we can then enjoy some of the best parts of the software also, where our signals and direction, this is where the semi-automatic control is engaged for you. You see at the bottom of the screen. And when you choose any one of these particular setups, for example, in this case here, we can see SOM is what we refer to as the shift of momentum. And we can see where the setup is taking place. We have put on the signals. All the way down in the bottom right-hand corner, you see the word run. When you've met the criteria of your setup and you have set your automated entry into the setups, and you hit the button run. That's it. From that point on, the software goes into autopilot. Now, you have control to knock it off of there and pull back, but you don't have to be sitting in front to hit the punch button to go. It's going to go for you. And with that said, we're going to move back to the analysis time frame, so you can now just step back and see a bigger picture of what has just taken place. We entered, you see the big red arrow pointing down. This was that point that I was referring to in the previous slides, that we are automatically put into the trade from the software. And again, this is what was taking place at that particular time. Now, I have to tell you, I'm excited to want to tell you what kind of results there are. We've been asked very clearly not to say anything about that during this presentation. So I need to remind you again, please, on Sunday, January 29th at 9 a.m., we're actually going to open up all the live accounts. We're going to show you the real money, and we're not going to be working with the slides and things of that unless we need to refer to something. And this will give you the real hands-on view. For the rest of you, if only what we have already begun to discuss has you already scratching your head and thinking, wow, my software doesn't do that, or yeah, I've got to stop making emotional decisions. How many times I've had to refund my account? I'm tired of it already. And with any of that reality that pretty much some people have had to work with, when we get 10 new subscribers, that's it. We're only going to open this to 10 because in our best estimation, in order to give the real support, we just don't think we're going to be able to handle any more than that. So this brings me back to saying one more time, if you are serious about, you know what, show me the money. Here it is. Phase 1 learning, phase 2 learning, phase 3, and look at the promotion. This is what we're doing. We're opening it up to the public at $185. Seriously, not because we're selling this to make money, but we're selling it to determine whether or not we can actually open our trading room for more people than where we are. And we think 10 is the max. So you've got a promotion code there. It's join-jan 2023. That's what we need to put in there for us with NinjaTrader, for you to also just be able to just have that, but it's all caps. There's no underscoring on that, on any of that. It's just to draw your eyes to that attention. With that promo code, you will have 3 full months of training. Look straight across. The regular price is going to be set at $375. If we take beyond 10 subscribers, at that time, it will be $375. We will not, your promo code will not work after 10. Once the 10th person has joined, and cool, some of you are actually taking action. Nice. So once the promo code does not work anymore, that means because the class is full with 10. Class times are going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 11:30. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 11:30. And you will not move into phase 2 until you truly and fully understand what it was that I was sharing with you before. You must understand the AOM methodology. You must understand the trading rules. And you have to be able to understand how to create and reach your profitability targets. Once again, we're removing the emotion other than, wow, this is amazing. That's a great emotion. We're going to take that one. But the rest of it is, oh, I wish I had, I'm tired of losing money. Oh, somebody help me find a trade. We're just going to knock that out, because until you're solid and like a pilot, you could read the instruments and you're ready to fly solo, we're not going to move you into phase learning 2. And then when we do that, we're going to make sure you consistently keep following the same practices, and your account exponentially should grow exactly as we know it will. And when we show you Sunday at 9 o'clock, exactly what our accounts look like and what our percentage looks like, I just can't violate the rules now, but I have to be honest and tell you, I'm really biting my lip because I want you to realize what we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you if it wasn't really happening. And so if the 10 people fill up for Sunday morning, we will still have the session, but there will be no additional enrollments because on February 1st, class is actually going to begin. Let me back to the slide here now on the money. After you have finished your full 3 months commitment, you move into the phase 2 learning. There is, at that point, it will begin after your 3 months, however, it will not overlap. There will be an $80 a month. And when you are finally trading live money, it is $60 a month. And it's important to remind you, all the software is included all the time. There's no bump up, there's no the basic plan, but you can buy the advanced plan. There's not going to be, you can buy the software for a year, or you can, no, but you can, for this much, you can buy it for the lifetime. It's going to be one price. For those of you who might want to just jump on, look, I just want the software, I know what I'm doing. This already blows my mind. $750. You have a promo code. There it is, SW-Jan 2023, all caps. You don't need the underscore. That's it. If you want to go straight to the web page, or you want to go directly, which is why we need to put that up there a little bit earlier, just write to Alex directly at alex@aomtrading.com. Say, Alex, I want the software, call me. However it is, you will then communicate directly with Alex, and he will be giving you support to making certain that you're going to get the software installed correctly and you're understanding its basic steps to function. Okay, that is pretty much the portion that I'm going to cover with all of you. I can only tell you from my experience as one of my dearest friends in the neighborhood, what a really great guy he is. Took me under his wing and he kind of babysat me along the baby steps and walking me into some young manhood on how trading really works. And then when I had the opportunity to meet Alex and embrace the concept of doing things one way and one way only, and not trading in different platforms or different programs, I needed to just stay focused. And I don't know if some of you are the exact same way, but that's exactly what we're doing with the AOM Anticipation of Market, the trading methodology. It's 3 specific steps. Within the analysis, we're looking for 3 specific setups. Within the execution, we have a very methodical way of entering and exiting. Even if you choose to do it manually or you choose to use the semi-automated way, you're able to do that as well. So without any further ado, if those of you who have questions, I really would prefer that you have an opportunity to hear Alex answer those. But on Sunday, you're going to just be able to embrace all your time with Alex. Let's take a look up at the chat room and see what type of questions we have. And Alex, see if I can't roll some of these back to you. Are you there, Alex?
Yeah, I'm here. Dominic, before we're going to jump to answering the questions, I'm going to have one comment. When you enter your promotion code and you have a link to the promo in the chat room.
Yeah, she put
so
that
what
in
you need to make sure. So there is a some link which says apply. You enter your discount code and then you click apply, and then you'll see the response. So you'll discount code successfully processed. It's very important to make sure you have this one. If you don't have this one, so it does mean we fill all the 10 slots available.
Yeah. Yeah,
so if you by accident, if you still do it and submit your order, then you're going to be charged full price. Just make sure we don't want you to do it.
Yeah, we're going to
Please.
be, we have to cut it at 10. We've tested, we've tried, we've practiced, and we're convinced that we can manage 10, but the table seats 10. Number 11 won't have a place to sit at the table at this time. So for some of you who $185 can be easy to do, that could be an easy loss trade. So that's going to get you 3 full months of straight training. Looking at one of the comments that we got from Abby, yes, there is going to be video tutorials, and you're going to be able to work this out with what you're looking for. I think that might have not been the right person, but that was what you were asking. You work, but can you sometimes miss the classes and still be able to? So yes, the answer is yes. The link goes to the meeting registration. Is that correct, Alex? The link goes directly to the meeting registration?
Yeah, the one, I'm not sure what, let me see. I think Juanita just published.
Yeah, I've got several questions here, and within a couple of minutes we have left, because we are on a very hard cut time. There is precisely 17 minutes left. It will cut exactly, actually a little bit earlier, because Juanita is going to want to do a closeout. So I want to hit some of these. Thank you, Juanita. There she did. She gave you the access to the promotion codes. You see them there. If you just want software SW, there's your promotion code. If you just want to be sure you're not going to miss registration to be part of the 10, folks, I'm going to take a half a moment and tell you this. From my point of view, as just a regular guy who is looking for an opportunity to do something in this area without thinking of becoming a master trader, this has been so perfectly fitted to me. Sometimes I'm a bit overwhelmed at how grateful I am for being able to be a part of this, to have the software doing so much to speak directly to you. Yes, does this work with futures? That's what we trade, but it really trades in everything. I personally do not trade outside of the futures market. I can tell you that, but if we can go back to this slide for you to answer that question, that is exactly right. Regardless of the market you're in, whether you're in stocks or options or futures, what you choose to do, the style of trader you are, it is a complete fit automatically for you. And you can utilize this exact methodology, this software. It'll fit on everybody and anybody else's platform. Or you can, by knowing the rules where you may see something, if it doesn't work, you're going to know exactly what you're looking for with those software setups. Does this work on all time frames? Yes, it does. It does work all 23 hours around the clock from Sunday night to through Friday. Yes, it does. Not enough explanation on how this works, and I strongly dislike Renko bars. I understand. I had to learn how to get used to those too. But I would suspect that Alex, utilizing the idea of wrapping this around your personality, your profile of your psychology, of how you like your philosophy, of how you like to trade, what kind of a budget you're working with, your personality. I have seen him and heard him working with people where he gets the facts about who you are, what you do, and then how to wrap this around you. And that is really a beautiful part of this. I registered. Good. Okay, great, good. We'll look forward to seeing you there. That's going to be perfect. If I pay $185 for the first 3 months and cancel after that, do I get to keep the software? Alex, what do you say to that? I don't know.
The software is just only available if you're part of the class. So if you're part of the learning session on phase number 1, if you
can they transition after the Alex, can they transition after the first 3 months and then just buy the software?
Yes, basically the idea is, so we grant you software access while you're in the class. After that, if you decided to cancel it, that's fine, it's no problem, and you can buy it, you can pay the full price.
Yeah, the software license is included while you're in the class. We want you to realize that. If you're in phase 1, you're in phase 2, you're part of the group in phase 3 trading real money with us, yes, the software is automatically included. The updates, automatically included. You're not paying extra money. That's what your $60 a month is handling. Anytime the computer programmers and with Alex have determined that there's something we can do to enhance or a nuance that's better, it's just going to come right on board for you automatically. Let me see if I can't pick up any other questions in the last couple of minutes, Alex. Is there an automated trading strategy included? The software is.
No. So the answer is no. Right now, we don't have it. We plan in our software to do it in the future. Right now,
Alex, make a couple of comments about what you're doing here with the semi-automated
that's
entries and let them see that, please.
Yeah, sure. So we call it semi-automated trading. So what it does mean, you have 4 types of signals. We call it selected zone. If you trade just only zone, we have SOM, which stands for shift of momentum. It's kind of very complicated signals, which look at who is winning, the sellers or the buyers, and then it plays order automatically and the stop as well. So then you have ADP signals, which called for adaptive signals, which is try to find the reversal in specific area. For example, you'll see ADP red arrows. In the gray area is the reversal area for ADP signals. You can take these 2 signals and you can take SOM. If it's in the gray area, you can take all of them, right?
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, but you need to define just only directions. And we have another signal we called RBR and DBD. In some specific cases, the signals act pretty well. So it's basically when you decided how you're going to trade, what you want to trade, will help you out to develop your rules to, to include the sensors, which is give you the best benefit.
Yeah. I realize that Juanita is going to be jumping on here any moment, so I want to remind you. First, thank you everyone on behalf of Alex, myself, and Leon and the rest of the team. Please understand, I tried to utilize the limited amount of time we had today with you to speak at 150 words a minute and gusts up to 225. Thank you for listening and allowing us to speak as quickly as we can to get as much information in the short amount of time we have. But the key is, if we have not had 10 subscribers by Sunday, then we are going to open Sunday's meeting to just give complete revelation of all of our trading and accounts and information. When the 10 subscribers have joined, if that is before Sunday, then you will be notified immediately, and there may be some modification to what will happen Sunday. Possibly we'll go through the meeting for the sake of encouraging you to stay on the waiting list. Maybe not. I can't promise you that until we determine if we have the final people joining to make 10. And when we hit the 10 subscribers, then we will transition everything into notifying you as enrolled students, and we will then take that protocol step to get you set and ready for what's going to happen on February 1st. This program is complete in that it gives you the opportunity to work in whatever market you work with, to work with whatever style of trading you prefer to trade with, and what platform you choose to work on. The AOM trading methodology really is finely tuned at this stage, where we know we can offer it to the public without any risk of embarrassment. So I would like to say thank you. I'm Dominic Esposito, and I am here in South Carolina. Alex in California, just outside of San Francisco. Alex, thank you so much for being with us today. And please close us out to let Juanita take over.
First of all, Dominic, thank you so much for a great presentation. I hope you cover for this short time, as much as possible. So one thing I want to mention, if you send me email right now, I'm gonna answer all of them today. So just make sure everything will be answered, all your questions. And
I have to tell everybody very quickly, just so you know, there are only 3 spots left right now. The spots are filled up almost. Please, I can tell you in advance, for $185 for 3 months, we all know what we could do at $185 in a blink. This is going to be closing rather quickly. And if I were knowing what I know, if I were you, and I'm trying not to be disrespectful or rude to anyone, but knowing what I do know, if I were in your position, I wouldn't even hesitate. And Alex has only set the price to just cover the most basic of costs that will take you through 3 full months. Please think about that. 4.5 hours a week for 3 full months. That's an enormous amount of time to have that time with the whole team. And if you prefer to work with one person versus another, and you feel there's a better dynamic to your personality, you're going to be allowed to do that. This is really designed to be tailor-made, but the software knows what it's doing to follow the elections and options that you're choosing. Alex, I'm saying that correctly, right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, good. Juanita, are you there?
I am. Thank you so much, Alex and Dominic. And I did not know, but we do have Leon with us. So I just wanted to thank all 3 of you. You guys did awesome today. Of course, thank you to AOM Trading for taking the time to share with us. If you enjoyed today's session, we hope to see you in future events. We would like to remind you the information provided in this was that of AOM Trading and not of NinjaTrader. All information is for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see everyone here in future webinars. Happy trading from the NinjaTrader ecosystem team. Have a great afternoon to the AOM Trading team. Thank you to everybody who joined us, and have a wonderful afternoon.